Manny, just talk about the defensive effort on Saturday in Cincinnati and how well you guys played there.
I think we played pretty good as a defense. You know, we played together, we played hard, and I thought we executed for the most part. But right now, we're trying to focus on Memphis and what they got coming for homecoming.
Coach mentioned that he looks at you guys as the backbone of the team. Do you guys kind of view yourselves as that and take pride in that?
We think so, and you know, it's less of the backbone, and we more so look at it as we're our brother's keeper. You know, like we have the offense's back, and the offense has our back too.
Speaking of that, on like the sudden change defense, where there's a turnover, you guys have to run out there unexpectedly. I think I did the numbers, it was 10 drives. You've been in that situation this year and only given up 1 touchdown, which is remarkable, even for good defenses. What is the mentality? What has kind of been key to your guys' success when you're put in those situations?
The biggest thing, you know, Coach Gillespie always tells us to just embrace it, you know, and you just got to face adversity. So I think Coach Gillespie's been a good leader for us, you know, in facing those situations. And then I think we have a lot of leadership on the defense. You know, we have Cooper, we have Zaven, and then in the secondary we have a lot of leadership. And I feel like Allie Green, Reggie, and then the biggest thing about it is, you know, all of us are experienced. You know, we've all played a lot of big games and been in tough situations in those games. So that experience helps us a lot.
Keylon, it's kind of just the way sports is, right? I mean, there's a winner and there's a loser.
Right.
You guys are much improved. Anybody who watches this team closely knows kind of just how much better this group is now than it's been the last couple of years. Can you take some satisfaction in that? Or, you know, when it's 3 straight losses, is it only about the wins and losses?
I mean, coming into the season, we know we were going to be young. But, I mean, like, that's just something that's just, you know, that's just something that just happened. So, I mean, from the past couple of games, I mean, I've been very satisfied with our offense. We came a long way. Starting off this year, I mean, not so hot, but, I mean, as we progressed, I mean, things have been looking better and will get better, you know, progressively. And honestly, this past game, we started off hot, you know, just a bunch of turnovers, you know, that kind of puts us back, a lot of flags. So, I mean, that's just something that we're going to get better at. And next week you'll see a progressively new start.
Manny, same question. Are you able to take any satisfaction, you know, see improvement and at least feel good about the improvement even though it's not where you want to be yet?
I mean, we definitely see the improvement, and then that lets us know we're heading in the right direction. But, I mean, we're wanting wins, you know, but always, and when we're playing hard, you know, just every time you play hard, it's not going to, you know, guarantee a win. So the biggest thing is just execution, in which I think we've done a pretty good job of. But I feel like as a defense, we could still do a lot of things more better. You know, like instead of, you know, we could put the other team's defense in adverse situations. You know, like forcing more turnovers or even score on defense. You know, to help the offense out. So things like that, I feel like we need to improve on.
Branching off that, this is your 4th, or you've played 4 ranked teams this season already. How might that tough schedule help the program long term?
I feel like, you know, we're playing great teams. We're in a tough conference. You know, we had a very tough out-of-conference schedule, and we've played toe-to-toe with basically anyone. So that lets us know, you know, as players that we're a good team and that we can play with the best in the country.
Sure, you guys have been playing football for a long time, so you've had some bad days like Zach Smith's had where it just seems like nothing goes right. What kind of your mindset the week before the game, just kind of getting right, bouncing back, kind of leaving it in the past?
I think the biggest thing is, you know, you can't change anything that's happened in the past. So you just got to focus on the next opponent and prepare to have a great game on the next.
Yeah, just like Manny said, I mean, like, you know, we go out there wanting to, you know, go out there and win the game, but, you know, stuff just happens. So, I mean, like, this game we just got to put it in the past and focus on the next opponent.
And Keylon, I'm sure you're around him just as much as anyone. So is he a guy you guys have a lot of confidence, even when he has a shaky game, you're confident that he can get right back on his feet and keep doing what he's doing before?
Most definitely. he's a dog. You know, he's a hard player. You know, he goes out there every day with the mentality to get better. Even though he's all banged up, it doesn't really matter. You know, he doesn't feel any of that. You know, he just want to go out there and get better and win the game.
Hey, you mentioned he's banged up, but he still goes out there. Coach even talked about how tough he was. How much respect does he have from you guys because of his toughness he's shown?
He got a lot of respect. He has it all. I mean, you know, just to see him take those hits and get up like nothing happened, you know, that's just respect out of his own right there, you know, because he's just a hard player. So, I mean, like, he gets all of our respect.
You guys can both answer this one. Just talk about maybe the fun part or what's difficult about playing on homecoming week.
I mean, you know, it's homecoming. I mean, like, we still just got to focus on our opponent. I mean, there's going to be a lot of fun things going on campus, but that's not our main priority. Our main priority is the game, and that's all we focus on.
Yeah, just to you know, piggyback off of that, there's a lot of things going on campus, a lot of activities, but at the end of the day, people are coming to watch us on Saturday for the homecoming game, so we got to be prepared for that, and we're going into that game thinking that or trying to win. So,
Are there more distractions that come with this game than other ones?
Honestly, no. It's just another game that we have to prepare for and be successful and put ourselves in a position to win the game.
I agree with Keylon. Pretty much said it all.
Anything else?
I got one. I have a really reliable source, Manny, Bruce. You haven't cut your hair since your junior year of high school?
Well, technically I have cut it, but it's, you know, but I've had my dreads since my junior year in high school, but I've never like actually like just cut them. I've kind of like trimmed the, you know, edges a couple times.
How difficult is that to keep up with?
Whenever you first get them, they're kind of hard to keep up with because whenever I first got them, they were like really short. There was like almost like spikes on my head, so they're hard to keep up with then. But the longer you keep them, and as long as you take care of them, they're, you know, they kind of, you know, just easier to maintain.
Keylon, you don't want dreads?
Nah.
Used to have them though.
Sorry.
I'm good.
Anything else?
Why do you keep the dreads? Is there something particular you just like the way they look, or is there anything special about them?
I like the way they look, and I think they fit me, you know. And then also I like, you know, hair hanging out of my helmet. I think that's pretty cool. So.
Do you ever get concerned of an opponent or team, you know, pulling on it?
It happens a few times in games. That's usually the one thing like really makes me mad during games whenever that happens. But I guess it's considered part of the jersey. So.
Keylon, is that why you don't wear dreads?
Nah, I mean, like, high school I tried it, but nah, it's just not no look for me. You know, that's not my look.
We good?
Thank you guys.